Hi, good morning, everyone. It's Dr. Roz. And if I can get this camera turned around, hopefully you guys will be able to see me soon. I always have an issue with this. Hi, Hustle Beautifully. How is it over in Portugal? How are you doing? Hopefully you guys can see me soon. I always struggle with this. There we go. Hi, everyone. So I just got blessed with something this morning that I wanted to share with. I'm glad you're having a good time. Hustle Beautifully. That I wanted to share with you this morning about why your business is not succeeding in the way that you desire it to. Can you guys see me? I'm sorry, I'm doing a car scope, so excuse me this morning. But I'm on my way headed to a speaking engagement this morning, so I wanted to talk with you before I went in to bless them today. But I wanted to share with you why your business is not reaching the capacity that you want it to. And it's a real simple concept. It's really the psychology of, and for those of you that don't know me, I'm a clinical psychologist. And so I've spent 5 years kind of studying this whole idea of behavior. So it really is the psychology of why people are not buying into you. And it's very simple. It's because they don't trust you. I'll say it again. They don't trust you. They don't trust your business. They don't trust you. And what I mean by that is that people react on emotions. They only react on what makes them feel good. And if they feel like, you trust them, then they'll give you their money. People don't give money to people they don't trust. So whatever your product is, you're not in the business of selling your product. You're in the business of selling you. You are in the business of selling yourself as the brand. You have to remember that. You have to remember that the customer comes first, regardless of the situation. A couple of things that get in the way of us being superior, because you look at other people and you're like, listen, we have the same credentials. We're doing the same thing. Why is this person excelling in this way and I'm not? It's because they figured out how to get their customers to trust them. You have to ensure that because the truth of the matter is, nobody's going to give you their money if they don't trust you. Think about it. When you go to the grocery store and you're getting your groceries for the week, 9 times out of 10, you go for a Coca-Cola. You go for Pepsi. It's a brand that you trust. It's reliable. You know that it's going to give you the results that you desire. You don't have to question, is this going to be good for me? Is this not going to be good for me? You don't have to question any of that because you trust the brand. So when you are in business, you have to get people to trust your brand. They have to trust you. It's not the product. It's the brand. And so you have to think about that every time you are in public's eye, every time you do something, you are the brand. Regardless of how great your product is. You could have the best product ever, but if your brand is jacked up, if people feel like you are not, that you don't have integrity, if people feel that that's something that may be the case with you, they're not going to give you their money. And I'll give you guys an example. I'm always investing in myself. So I'm always finding coaching programs that can help me get to the next level. So I was doing this entrepreneurship program. And luckily, I was able to get into the program for free. It was a free program. But the business coach, every time you turned around, and it was a 6-week program, every time he turned around, he was like nickel and diming people for money. If you're going to put something out as free, it needs to be free. It needs to be a free program. You can't come back to the table and say, well, if you give me $250 for this, I can take you there, when you haven't even proven during the free stuff that you could get people to that level. So then people start questioning your integrity. They start thinking that you are not, who you say that you are. That's not the brand that you want when you're trying to build your business. You don't want people questioning your integrity, because the moment they do that, you will never get their money. What's the goal of a business? To make a profit. So you got to get in the profit business, and the profit business is people. You got to like people. You got to get people to trust you. You got to know what's going on with people. So I'm going to give you some ideas of how to help you get there, to how to get people to trust you. You absolutely have to get into the place of getting to know your customer. You got to know what their needs are. It doesn't matter what your needs are. It doesn't matter. And when I say that, you know, a lot of us, we're in business. We're thinking, thank you for the hearts. I really enjoyed that. I thank you. Heart it up. Thank you so much. You know, we're in business and we're chasing the dollar. We want that money. But how many of you guys know that money is just a facilitator? Money really isn't the motivation. So if that's your goal of chasing the dollar, then you're not going to get far. And trust me, I learned the hard way, because I worked 10 to 11 jobs because I was chasing a dollar trying to build my brand. But the truth of the matter is that you absolutely have to get into people business. You have to serve. It's about service. When you are serving, your business will grow. When you are giving, your business will grow. You'll see that other people will promote you. Other people will go out and speak for you. They'll talk about your brand. You don't even have to do any of that. People will do it for you. So what you always want on someone's lips is, oh my God, whoever you are, this person was amazing. You have to try this person. You don't want people saying, that's a mess. That's a mess. You don't want to deal with that. They can't get it together. You don't want to deal with that. You don't want to be in business with that person. You don't want people saying those things about you. You absolutely want people saying, listen, she's the best. She's the best. And the reason why people say you're the best is because you give them an experience. People are not paying for your product. They're paying for the experience that you give them. You have to give people an experience. And it has to be an experience that's profitable for you. And what I mean by that is that if you give people a good experience, because you have to understand. Oh, I understand that. I understand that completely. Hustle Beautifully. I was like that too. I depended on other businesses and I looked at other models, and, you know, I just thought that this was the way to do it. But at the end of the day, when I realized, and I went back to my training that I spent 5 years on, in order to understand personality, in order to understand people, and in order to understand behavior, you got to be in the business of people. So your product is great. You may have the most amazing product, but guess what? If you're not giving people an experience, if you're not making people feel good about what it is that you have to offer, guess what? Your product doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. So you absolutely have to get into a space of understanding that you work for people. You work for people. You got to serve. You got to be about service. You got to serve people. Yes. And you got to be careful with who you align yourself with, because everybody that looks on social media like they're doing it up and that they're amazing, that they have, you got to check out people's integrity. I don't care how great, how many followers, you got to look at their integrity, because once you connect yourself to another brand, then people judge you by that brand. So you got to be careful about your brand. You got to be careful about what you allow your brand to be a part of. So I've got to run. I'm on my way to the speaking engagement, and I'm excited this morning. I'm talking about organizational behavior management. So to me, it doesn't matter if it's Black owner. Absolutely. And that's another thing that we have to get out of. You know, for me, I was like, I want to help my people. I want to help my brothers. I want to help my sisters. At the end of the day, the gift that God gave me is to help everyone. It is to help everyone. Everyone can deserve a little bit of motivation, a bit of inspiration. Color does not matter. Color does not matter. And when we cut ourselves off, thank you. When we cut ourselves off to one particular race, then we're denying other people our gift. We are denying other people our gift. And so you have to want to be an open brand. It's okay to want to specialize in a certain niche, but remember, you're denying other people your gift. So I say this to you, get in the people business. Try to give people an experience when they encounter you, because when people feel good about you, when people trust you, they're going to give you their money, and they'll keep giving you their money. You'll have return customers because they trust you. I will go and buy Pepsi all day long. As y'all can see, I love Pepsi. I will go and buy Pepsi all day long because I know I know the experience and I enjoy the experience. I ain't got to wonder about it. I ain't got to think about it. I ain't got to pray about it. I already know that it's going to be satisfying and fulfilling because I trust the experience. And so we have to get into a space of where we're in the people business and getting people to trust us and our brand and our experience. And what that means is that when you are out in this world, you got to remember that you are always selling yourself. You are always selling yourself. Don't you allow other people to change who you are. Don't you allow their actions of deceitfulness or betrayal to change who you are, because you're in business and your business is based on referrals. I don't care what business it is, it's based on referrals. You want people walking away feeling good about who you are. So I gotta run. I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for tuning in. And if you liked Hustle Beautifully, thank you for sharing with your followers and on Twitter. If you liked what you heard, go ahead and follow me. I'm all over Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at Dr. Roz Aker-Black. Go ahead and follow me. I'll follow you guys back. I want to know what you're doing. I want to know what your business is. I want to support you in your business. I want to help you get there because, you know, if it wasn't for somebody else helping me, thank you so much. If it wasn't somebody else helping me, I couldn't be here doing the whole Dr. Roz thing that I'm doing. So it's a network, and you have to develop a network in order for your brand to grow. So I love you with the love of Christ. I wish you an amazing weekend. I wish blessings upon your business, and I hope you all enjoy your day. Have a good one. Hustle beautifully. Get back to us safely. I know you're having a good time overseas, so get back to us safely, and I want to hear all about it when you get back. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day. I always struggle with cutting this thing off, and there we go. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good one. Well, apparently it doesn't want to stop. It wants me to stay with you guys. Isn't that something?